fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. This will be a three-part speech. This is from the Advanced Communication Manual, Interpersonal Communication. I'll be first introducing and talking on diffusing verbal criticism. What are the various, what is the flow of a criticism? What is the incorrect way to respond? This is very important because most of us, when we are criticized, immediately jump to the conclusions and respond incorrectly. Then I'm going to talk about the correct way to respond to criticism, how we should normally respond, or what is the correct way. So both parties win. After that, I'm going to do a role play with Carol. This role play will be of a salesman handling an irate customer. I'll be the salesman, Carol will be the irate customer returning an LCD TV if she is not happy about the performance. And the last part, like I said, is question and answers. Criticism, the flow. This is the flow of the steps of a criticism. I mean, generally we don't realize it, but criticism comes suddenly. Whether you're talking with your boss, talking with a colleague, talking with your spouse, you never expect criticism to come. This is the most important part of it. It comes suddenly. The accusations come suddenly. You're never prepared. And because of the surprise, because you are caught unawares, what you do? We tend to defend ourselves and prove the critic wrong. And then from here, what happens? The conflict escalates. So what are the incorrect responses to criticism? Which is most common? Withdraw. I guess this is the most common. Suddenly if you see somebody criticizing you or accusing you harshly, we decide the best way is to move away. Leave the room. Get away. That's the easiest thing. But is that the correct thing? No. I'll come to that. Rationalize. Admit the mistake, defend and justify. So this seems very common and most of us think this is a correct way to give rationalize the mistake. So give one example, like I'm supposed to go to a party or an appointment and I end up half an hour late. So the host is angry at me and says, what is this? Is this the time to come? And what I do? I try to rationalize. Oh, I admit I am late. I agree totally with you. I am late. But you know I was caught in the traffic, blah, 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 and I give reasons. But if you think from the other person's perspective, that is not correct. He could argue back saying that you could have left early. So rationalize seems correct at first, that you admit your mistakes and then you try to justify. But no, that is not a correct response. Rationalizing is not correct. Counter-attack. This is the last incorrect response I'm going to talk on. Counter-attack is very common. I mean, this is what we do naturally. If somebody finds mistake, well, we criticize him back. We barge at him back. We attack him. And the reason we do this subconsciously, I mean, like I said, it comes as a surprise, is because we want to protect our self-image. All of us have some kind of self-image which we move in a society, which we move in an office. And when somebody criticizes us, and even if it is one-on-one, it does not mean you're criticized in public. Even on one-on-one, we want to attack back. So these are some of the incorrect responses of a criticism. Let's go to correct responses. How should we really handle criticism? Of course, doing this is difficult, but these are some of the steps which can help. First, most important thing, when you're getting criticized, when you're getting abused verbally, when you're getting attacked, listen with respect. Allow the other person to complete without interruption. This sounds easy, but practically we want to interrupt the other person. We want him to stop and we want to say our side first. So don't do that. Listen with respect. Show respect to your criticizer. Acknowledge. This is very important. When I say acknowledge, many people misunderstand this acknowledgement and they think by acknowledging I'm agreeing to the critic. No, by acknowledging it does not mean you are agreeing to your critic. You are just acknowledging, you are paraphrasing without sarcasm or disbelief. You are acknowledging, yes, I am listening to you, you are not happy with what has happened and I acknowledge that. Then slowly ask questions. This is another part of the process. Slowly ask questions. Why are you mad? What has happened? Is there some reason I can help? And then you will realize the real reasons will start coming. And once the reasons come, you can agree with the truth, the facts where applicable. Again, like I said, you don't have to agree to everything. Being criticized or being hit does not mean you agree to everything. You agree where it is applicable, you agree where it is not applicable. Then you come to a common solution with the other party. And this is very important. If you think you cannot come to the common solution with the other party, repeat the steps again. Because again, if you see at the end of the last step, if you think the other party is still angry, is still criticizing you, then come back to the first step. Again, listen with respect. Again, acknowledge and paraphrase. Again, ask questions. And again, agree. At one point, you will see the other person will come down and agree with you. So these are some very important responses. which are responsible, which we need. So some of the tips I would like to repeat for all of us for the benefit for diffusing a criticism. Remain calm. That is very important. This is one of the most important things. Like I had learned, when someone becomes emotional at you, he is not looking at the content. So handle the emotion first, then the content. Always remember thumb rule. Handle the emotion first, then the content. Don't look at the content first. So remain calm. Second point, don't take it personally. This is very, very important. Most of us, even I used to take criticism personally, even if somebody criticized a restaurant I went to, or even criticized a movie star which I like, nothing to do with me personally, but we tend to take it personally. So this is very important. Don't take it personally. It does not matter. Third, use non-verbal listening skills. If you are getting criticized, smile, nod, acknowledge. And lastly, show respect to your critic. All these diffusing tips will help you in handling the criticism. So now I move to the second part of my speech where I am going to do a role play. I am going to play a salesman of an electronics store. Carol will be the irate customer. This is a background. Carol is going to return an LCD TV after 30 days. Our store return policy is 30 days and her TV has given a problem with an unstable picture after 35 days. That's the reason she is really mad, because now she feels she has been cheated by the store and she is going to come and criticize me. And the salesman, I as a salesman, is going to try to do the steps which I acknowledge for a constructive criticism. And I thought, from time permitting, maybe I should have done the incorrect responses first, because people remember the incorrect responses very well, how not to do it, and then do the correct responses. But anyway, right now I'll be doing the correct response. Okay, please sir.
You just some like flunky working here. I have a complaint with you. This no good store. I bought this TV like a month ago. It doesn't work. We can't seem to make anything work. And you guys just like, my neighbors and friends told me never to shop at it. You guys just sell garbage. And I want to return it. I want my money back. And I want it now. Yeah, I'm upset. Look, I want this thing and it's supposed to work. It's got a warranty and nothing seems to be working at all. We've been trying, we've been plugging cables, everything. Nothing seems to work. And I need for you to fix it.
So you're saying there's a problem with your TV?
Yes! Yes, can you not hear me?
So what is the problem? Can you please describe it?
It just doesn't work. The TV doesn't work.
So does it not come with a sound or picture? Or
it's got a picture and sound, but it's got crappy sound and crappy picture.
So,
I can't watch anything. We tried all the different stations. We tried changing our cable and the satellite. Nothing seems to work.
And how long have you had this problem?
We bought it a month ago, and it's been doing it the whole time. We called the store, and we just keep getting put off. They said, have you tricked the manual? Have you tried turning it off and on? Have you tried all this other stuff?
So you had the problem from day one or
yes.
after 10 days?
Yes, from day one.
You had the problem
yes.
from day one?
Yes.
Okay, and let me ask you a couple of questions. So your TV is positioned correctly in your room and everything?
Yes.
And
of course. I mean, where else would somebody put a TV? I mean, what do you think I am?
I'm trying to understand the background here, and I'm trying to understand as to why you could not return it before the 30 days. Because we would have been helpful in that.
You can go ask your manager. We called and we talked to so many people. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you in the store before.
But I can definitely help you. What about, can I just know which part of which city have you also been in?
Right here.
San Jose?
Yes.
So how?
We bought it in this store.
And what is the power supply in your locality? Is it stable?
The power supply?
Do you think it's steady or unsteady?
I just plug it on the wall. I mean, it's just electricity.
But do you think it is erratic? I'm trying to help you here. It's not a question of just returning the TV and trying to go to the root cause and help you and feel comfortable. So that you should not have the same problem again and again.
So we just plug it in and the picture doesn't work.
But do you think that do you have erratic power supply? Do you think so? Or your...
Well, I don't know. We've only plugged the TV in the outlet.
TV knows.
That's the only thing that's been in there.
Well, this is one of the researchers. This is not only your feedback. We had this feedback from a couple of other customers. They had a similar issue. And then we went deeper.
So we're not crazy.
No,
Is it crappy piece of merchandise?
Well, let me hear you. And you are free to select another brand. So the reason we found out when the other customers will have similar issues, or we found there was power supply fluctuations in that particular thing. And then we recommended them that, yeah, of course you are free to change the brand. That is not the issue here. I mean, if you are not happy with the brand, we are not no way, and we'll be glad to take your TV back and exchange it. That's also not the issue here. But what I'm really trying to make you comfortable is I don't want you to come again with another brand and repeat the same conversation we are having. So what I would suggest is, this is what I think based on the feedback we have had from very similar feedback. We had a couple of other customers with similar issues, and we recommended them to take with an uninterrupted power supply.
What?
An uninterrupted power supply. What it does is there are power supply fluctuations within a particular range, it handles it, and that in turn stabilizes the picture.
And how much is this extra thing going to cost me?
I need to get back to my manager to find out the cost about that. But what I can do is definitely connect you to those customers. I can use the emails and you can talk to them. You do not have to do it today. I'm not trying to.
So what are you going to do about this TV?
This TV, definitely we can take it out and we can exchange it. That is not an issue. But my point here is that we can do an exchange.
I mean, because we really wanted this TV.
So I'm definitely will be glad to exchange and we can take a different brand. But I do recommend this, you go with the power supply with it. I guess you will not do it today. I'm not trying to hold you for taking the decision today. You can talk with the other customers who had very similar issue as yours. Take their feedback. It's more than 6 months, they have not complained again and they have been very happy. Maybe we have a common goal. My only thing here is we definitely don't want you to come here again after a month with the same issue. We want you to be happy. Does that sound okay?
Let me think about this. So you don't really want me to return the TV?
No, you can return this.
I can't return the TV.
You can return the TV.
Okay.
You can replace it with another TV. What I do recommend right now to you is that there is a power. What I think because of the common problem we have had with other customers with the similar TV, with the similar issues, is that because of the power supply fluctuations in San Jose. So we have also given them a different power supply for that. And what I request you is you can talk with the other customers that I'll send you their email. You can talk to them, take their feedback. You don't have to go by what I say. I'm not trying to sell you the power supply here. Or you can always take the TV without a power supply. But what I'm trying to say is, if you think we think there's a power supply issue here, it's not really a TV issue, and that we want to solve your root cause. I want to see you happier, not come back to the same.
Then I'd like to exchange the TV for everyone.
Sure.
And I'll think about that power
I will give
supply.
you the power supply.
Okay. All right. You're okay.
That was difficult. I think I've taken John. So anyway, so this is the question answer session for the benefit of the audience. Let me go back. And what I'll do is I'll cover this. I'll just open the slides again so anybody can go through them and ask questions on any of those. Do you want me to go to any particular slide or question, any particular bullet? Go ahead,
I have a question. How do you handle service related rather than the product? Say someone's complaining about a bad haircut. How do you handle something like a bad car service? How do you handle criticism on that?
So, same thing, the methodology is, so first thing is what we should not do. This covers what we should not do. So, like, you don't counterattack. So, in the example of a poor car service, I send my car to the repair shop, and then after 2 weeks, I'm not happy with it. And I go back to the mechanic, and you complain to me, and then I counterattack saying, oh, your driving is bad. You always complain. I'm pretty sure it's nothing to do with our service. So, this is a counterattack. This is what we should not do. Or you try to rationalize it saying, you know what, we did our best, but you see the quality of parts have changed over time because of the recession, so we are not responsible. I acknowledge your problem, so even don't do that. Obviously in a car repair you cannot walk away because it's your customer. And the correct response is the same thing, listen with respect, allow the person to complain. So he will say, oh, this student weak side, so the problem. Acknowledge it and then ask questions slowly, what is the issue here? You'll realize there will be multiple issues here, why his car is giving a problem, maybe there are some other issues, maybe this kid took it out of the town and drove it rationally.